Hello and welcome. In this walkthrough, we'll explore the new Export-Import module designed to help data governance stewards efficiently manage metadata at scale. This feature streamlines bulk updates, onboarding, and catalog maintenance, all through simple CSV workflows. With the Export-Import, you can export existing metadata for review and bulk editing, import updates or new records using structured CSV templates, onboard new glossaries or classification policies in minutes. So let's dive into the main workflows you use as an admin. Let's imagine that I'm a data governance steward who's trying to make sure that every data set in our catalog has an assigned data owner. With the export-import module, I can quickly find all data sets with missing data owners, export them, and update the information in bulk. Go to the Export-Import tab in your Decube workspace. Select Export. Now we are in the Edit Existing Items tab so that I can export existing objects within my catalog. As I'm looking for data sets, I have to use the Catalog Objects with Tables option. Let's go to Configure and Export CSV. In the Export Filters page, you can select the data source to export from. You can select the schema, the tables, and the object types here. You can also select to filter by the attributes with empty values. So as I'm trying to look for missing data owners, I selected data owners here. Then give a name to your CSV export and go ahead and click on Download CSV. This process may take a few minutes, especially if you have a large catalog. You'll receive an email notification once the export is complete. After the export is complete, you can go to the history page and go and select Download CSV button here. This will download the CSV to your local storage. Then open up the CSV and review the data that was exported. Now, for this case, I'm trying to update the data owner for these tables. So I will use my email to illustrate this example of the assignment of data owners. So I want to assign all these tables to myself. So I'm going to put my email for all of these data owner fields here. And then I will export this file. Now I am back to the Export Import tab to upload the CSV file that I've changed. I have to go to the Import tab here and edit existing items to show that I want to update some existing objects inside the catalog. Now I go to Catalog with Tables here and click on Upload CSV. This is where I can select the CSV to upload. Now let me upload the file here. The system will automatically validate your data. If there are any errors or formatting issues, you'll receive a detailed error report to help you correct them. Once validation has passed, confirm the import to apply your updates. For more information in terms of the required formatting and constraints for each metadata field, please refer to the documentation for the importing module. If you want to add a new glossary item, such as a new glossary, category, or term, you'll need to use the Add New Items option in the Export-Import module. This ensures that you're using the correct template and workflow for creating new entries rather than updating existing objects. In the Export-Import tab, select Download Template here to get a fresh new template to be updated. You have to fill in the template with your new glossary categories and terms as you need, and then head over to Import, Add New Items, and upload it in this section here. Let's talk about some common errors and how to handle them. As you work with the Export-Import module, you might encounter some common errors. Let's walk through a couple of examples and how to address them. Let's say I'm updating existing catalog datasets, but I accidentally delete or change the identifier columns in the import CSV. When I try to import the file, and let me do that now as an example, the system flags a validation error, missing or invalid identifiers. Identifiers are special columns, like unique IDs or a combination of fields, that Decube uses to match each row in your file to the correct object in the catalog. It's important to keep these identifier columns unchanged during your editing. If you remove or modify them, Decube won't know which object to update and the import will fail for those rows. If you see this error, double check that you haven't changed or deleted any identifier columns or values in your file. Sometimes, after uploading your file, you may encounter an error from the import process. In this situation, you'll have to download an error report that highlights issues on specific lines, such as missing required fields, invalid formats, or other data problems. So go ahead and download the error report, which is also a CSV file. Open up the CSV file and you will see that there is an additional column here called error. It shows you which line has the issue, which you will need to either correct the error, or if the row simply isn't needed, you can proceed to remove it. Once you've made all the necessary changes, re-upload the file again to proceed with your import. This wraps up our walkthrough of the export-import module in Decube. We covered how to export datasets without data owners, update and import them, add new glossary items, and handle common errors you might encounter during the process. For more best practices and tips, be sure to check out the documentation at docs.decube.io.